Welcome back to the Goal2Go podcast, man. Episode 10, week 9 of the NFL season, right around the corner. November 1st, just had Halloween yesterday, man. I want to start off. How's your Halloween, man?
Did you see my snap? Did you see the story?
Yeah, I saw your
I
snap.
was at home just handing out candy. Watching the Sixers game. They were playing the Wizards, yeah. Harden was snapping in the first half. Faked the injury. He flopped or whatever. I got so spooked, bro. Cause I was handing out candy. He's on my fantasy team. He's my best player, bro. He's the number one point guard right now. I was watching. I had my laptop, so I was streaming the game, and then I was watching the game, but with no sound, bro. So I just look and see Harden on the ground, holding his elbow. I'm like, what the fuck just happened, bro? And then he just has a little scratch, and they put a Band-Aid on it, and he's good. So Harden just doing Harden shit, bro.
I was about to say Harden at his finest.
Yeah, but he had 17 assists though. He was dying in PJ, bro. The first quarter, PJ Tucker was not missing.
Fam, what do you expect, bro? Them boys, Ben knew how to find PJ Tucker, bro. That's why they linked back up.
No, but you was bro, come on, PJ Tucker hitting little floaters in the lane, little turnaround middies. I'm not expecting that from PJ.
You know how many times I watched PJ try to put up a floater with the Heat and miss that shit?
Yeah, she was hitting last night. I'll tell you that. Harden was eating. But yeah, what about you? What'd you do? Nothing?
Shit, bro. Fucking went to work, dressed up like Purge. I ain't gonna lie, we was clean, bro, for sure.
Where the flicks?
Fam, I gotta get homeboy to send them shits to me, bro. He's talking about, yeah, I'm gonna send them. Never got them hoes.
Yeah, send them shits, man.
Fam, I had the little Purge mask, little janitor costume, fake blood. Had that pocket rocket on me too.
Alright, bro. Speaking of pocket rocket, RIP Takeoff, man. Boys made that turn big. Migos, RIP Takeoff. That shit was crazy, dog. He was my favorite one out of Migos too.
I was just about to, bro. Definitely the most underrated, bro. He never got credit,
bro.
He never got credit.
I mean, I haven't listened to.
We've been saying this since freshman year of high school.
But but Prime Migos, bro.
Told you, I was bumping that YRN 2 today, man.
The first YRN mixtape was one of my favorites of all time, bro. The free offset movement, you boys was going crazy, bro. Quavo to take off. But yeah.
Who said I live off that movie?
Nah, man, that shit was crazy though.
Yeah, bro. R.I.P. man. Facts. This episode, man, we're gonna cover
a special episode today.
Hey, said it here first, but before I even do that, bro, let's talk about your fit, bro. Cause the hat, drip, you got the sunglasses on, bro. You think he's him, but
man, when your team is 7-0, you can wear whatever you want, okay? Eagles got it done big time against the Steelers. You just don't let it on, man. Speaking of the Steelers, shout out AD, man. Put that shit on, you feel me? Put it on.
Nah, the hat drippy though, bro. Anyways.
Shout out Jack, man. Got it for me for Christmas last year.
Man, Tyler's fucking brother, bro. Sorry ass Steelers.
Yep, he's a fucking Steelers fan.
Anyways, man, we got trade deadline passed 3 hours ago. So we're gonna talk about some trades. We're gonna talk about almost halfway point. I'm gonna cover who we think is kind of our best team. 1 QB, 1 RB.
Our halfway point team of the year.
2 receivers, O-line, defense.
Which is funny because we were going to do 2 separate teams, but right before we started, we were talking about it, and we literally have the same exact team except for the defense. So we'll probably just make it 1 team.
Yeah, facts.
There's no point in going back and forth, yeah.
And then next week, pretty much another halfway point. We're going to cover who we think is our mid-season awards as well.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk, picks as usual, and a little bit of hoops, man. Got a little controversy going around on the NBA. So we're gonna touch on that too. So we're gonna start off with some trades, man. I already know I gotta talk about Miami first, man.
We'll start off with the Dolphins, bro.
Rocking the Waddle House today, man. Shout out to Zach. Bro, come on. Bradley Chubb, give up a first round pick, it's cool.
So you guys have no first round picks in this upcoming draft this year, right?
Nah.
You traded the one from this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And then you had to forfeit one because you were cheaters.
Alright, if you call that cheating, bro.
That's what it was. You were tampering.
Every team tampers, bro. We just got caught.
Doesn't make it better. Like,
we turned Laramie Tunsil into Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and now Bradley Chubb. So I think that's pretty solid for a dude that got caught smoking a gas mask on draft night.
Wait, Laramie Tunsil, you traded the pick from the Texans to the Niners?
Yeah. No, yeah. So when we traded Tunsil, we got the picks, got everything, and they traded up for Trey Lance, and then we got this first round pick that wasn't forfeited. So
this pick was from the Niners, so
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So the Broncos are gonna have the Niners first round pick this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like 98%, but
no, I think that definitely is it. Because you guys don't have a first round pick this year. Because there's only 31 selections in the first round this year.
Yeah, someone else.
No, you got. Well, this year I know you guys are the only team that forfeited the pick at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Niners pick.
So I mean, Bradley Chubb, you just add key piece to the defense. You got Melvin Ingram, who's making some flashes. Jalen Phillips, who's still young, yet to really prove himself. Gets a couple good rushes a game, a little pressure, nothing crazy. You had someone like him off the edge, 5.5 sacks right now through the season. Just takes pressure off those other edges. And it also helps that cover zero they like to run. Especially, X has been banged up. Byron hasn't been there. I can't even say his name. Igabogamy. I call him Ego.
No, Igabogamy?
Yeah. I call him Ego.
I
Whatever.
From Auburn? He's a first round pick, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a first round pick 3 years ago.
Yeah.
He's stepping up a little bit, but it certainly helps take pressure off the back end. No Brandon Jones either. To kind of play that free roaming safety along with Javon Holland or in the box. They flip flop. It doesn't even matter. But I mean, it just, bro, that's a big pickup. Talk about Jeff Wilson real quick, since they kind of essentially traded him for Chase Edmonds. Ended up getting Wilson as well to replace Edmonds, who they traded for Chubb, along with those picks.
Yeah.
I mean, Edmonds, he just wasn't working out. Had a couple of big drops that really, I guess, took away all the trust in the offense. And Mike McDaniel goes ahead and gets another 49ers before calling the Miami 49ers.
Yeah.
I mean, Mostert, Jeff Wilson, McDaniel now, bro. You just added Niners to the list. I mean, Jeff Wilson, I liked him in San Fran, so a little 1-2 punch with Mostert, get that ground game going, take the pressure off Tua. Could be deadly.
I mean, what you got him for like a 5th round pick?
Yeah, 5th round.
I think this isn't really like game breaking or game changing.
Nah,
I just think
it's like replacing that.
Yeah,
but it's an upgrade from what we had in Edmonds.
Yeah. In the Miami situation, I think you can't say that because they just weren't using him. Now, is he a better player than Chase Edmonds this season? I guess you could say he is, but it's just because they want to have that reassurance because Raheem Mostert is up there in age and he's pretty much injury prone. It's a fucking miracle he's still healthy this far into the season right now. So bringing Jeff Wilson, someone familiar with the system, won't take him long at all to get accustomed to the plays they're running. It'll be a good fit. And Bradley Chubb, I think he's been banged up the last few years, but if you can get him back his rookie year, he was a top 5 pick, I believe, wasn't he? On NC State, I believe. Yeah. He had like 12 sacks his rookie year. So if you can get him back double-digit sack production, looks like he was on pace this year with 5.5 so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, him and Jalen Phillips off the edge, rotate Melvin Ingram, and I think it'll be good. Do you move Jalen Phillips inside now, or do you just rotate him on the outside because Melvin Ingram's still there? Yeah,
Melvin Ingram, he's not really. He's the third. I'm trying to think of who the other. Oh, Emmanuel Ogbah, I forgot about.
Oh yeah,
Emmanuel so you got Ogbah, Phillips, and now it's gonna be Bradley Chubb. They run a 3-4 system, so it's kind of like the other ones is just gonna be that linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
So
the outside.
Yeah.
So they're all 4 going to be on the field at the same time.
They could. Well, probably not Melvin Ingram, but I watch him drop back into coverage sometimes, and it hurts my eyes. So
yeah, I don't. Chargers did the same thing with him, which is weird. But yeah,
It's like, didn't Nate used to do that shit in Madden?
Fucking drop Clay Matthews in the fucking coverage, dog.
Shit worked.
No, it didn't. The other big one,
Chase Claypool was pretty big, made a splash.
Claypool to the Bears, which I think this is low key, like a decent signing. Like it's under the radar.
Let's be real, bro. Justin Fields can't even hit Darnell Mooney.
Justin Fields has been playing the best football of his career so far in the NFL these last few weeks.
Is that saying a lot?
Well, I mean, it is. In terms, if you're a fucking Bears fan, you see your quarterback making some big strides. I think the change in the offense they made a few weeks ago, especially in that Patriots game, that was like a completely different offense. I think I heard they said they were like watching a lot of Lamar Jackson film and kind of not copying, but seeing what Greg Roman did with Lamar. A quarterback who's very, very capable of running. They've been running Justin Fields a lot more, and I think he's a lot more comfortable in this system. I mean, they're doing the smart thing. They're catering to what their quarterback does best. Justin Fields is a big, strong, athletic quarterback. He can run really good. So we saw it in the Patriots game, and even they played the Cowboys last week, right? I think they played the Cowboys, and the score was like fucking like 49-34 or some crazy shit like that. I know it was a high scoring game.
I forget. Yeah, it was Cowboys Bears.
Yeah, but
Pollard had a 3 touchdown.
Yeah, Pollard went off, but the Bears on offense, they've been running the ball really, really good. They've been putting up some points, so I think Chase Claypool immediately comes in as the best receiver Justin Fields has ever had. Maybe, well, at Ohio State we have
Chris Olave,
Garrett Wilson.
Bro, he had weapons.
Scary Terry was there 1 year, maybe. Or is that before him? I think that's a little bit before him. But either way, in the NFL at least, Chase Claypool is easily the best receiver he's ever had. Darnell Mooney, he's good, but I think Claypool, especially in this offense they want to run, he's a big, physical, willing blocker. I think he fits perfectly in that offense, and I think he'll easily become Justin Fields' #1 target, and I think he'll help progress Justin Fields along the way. Now, I don't think he's like the only #1 receiver they have. I want to see them, in this off season. I think they'll have a shit ton of cap space, so trying to bring somebody in. But their O-line is decent, but got to bring in as much weapons for Justin Fields as possible.
Especially after they dealt Roquan too.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing the right thing, bro. They're playing modern NFL football. Like, defense doesn't fucking matter, bro. You got to score points. So they try to bring in weapons to help Justin Fields, help their quarterback play to the best he can. I like the move. For what I don't even think they trade. What they trade him for? A second round pick?
Yeah.
A little steep, but I mean, listen, if you were to draft a receiver next year with a second round pick, Chase Claypool would be a lot better. His first year, more than likely, so I don't hate it.
And then I think the other big splash was Calvin Ridley, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Obviously suspended, but I mean, T-Law gets another weapon. Ryan Clark, I was just watching him. They were talking on ESPN. If T-Law can't do it now, you talked about him being a bust if he doesn't win this week. But if he can't perform with Calvin Ridley, I mean, then he's truly a bust. You're going to have Ridley, you're going to have Kirk, you're going to have ETN who's come onto the scene. He's going to have weapons around him, no doubt. And Schefter said something pretty wild. He said, well, I guess it wasn't him. One NFL owner or coach, I think it was a coach, called Calvin Ridley the best receiver in the NFL last season. Obviously, he's definitely a top 10 receiver, potential to be a top 5, top 3 with his route running skills and his footwork, but
yeah, best receiver in the league. I don't know about that, but I think he definitely has top 10 upside, and we've seen him play.
Yeah, when he played, he was definitely top 10.
Was that 2 years ago when Julio was banged up and he kind of stepped in and was that #1 receiver for the Falcons? He had a really, really good year.
I think it was even last year too, or no?
I think maybe. Let me look it up. Either way, we've seen Calvin Ridley produce as an elite, true #1 receiver. So, I mean, at this point, it really is up to Trevor Lawrence, and he hasn't looked as good the last few weeks. They started off hot, but
I want to talk about it. That was your team coming into the season.
Listen, I was bought in, all right? Let me see. It was, 2020. He had 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns, 90 receptions. So, yeah, that's a really good year. Second team All-Pro as well in 2020. So, yeah, Calvin Ridley, he has a talent. I mean, we all know what's going on with him right now. He's out for the remainder of the year, but next year should be it's a make or break year for Trevor Lawrence and that Jags team.
Any other trades you want to cover?
I mean, Nyheim Hines to the Bills.
Yeah, that's solid.
Zach Moss and some picks apparently. I don't know. And then Steelers got William Jackson, but he has. I mean, pack the Steelers up, bro. Their season's over. That's really much it. That's pretty much it. Bradley Chubb was like
that was the big splash.
Big one, yeah. And Calvin Ridley too.
Calvin Ridley, yeah, he can't. You don't get to see it till next season, bro. It's wild. Moving on, man. We got our best team, as I mentioned before: quarterback, running back, 2 receivers, tight end, O-line, defense, and you said it. We got everything but the defense.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm gonna name the guys. You already know the 2 I really want to just dig into. So I'm gonna let you take.
All right.
I'm gonna let you take Pat Mahomes, who we got.
Yeah. So for QB1, I think right now Josh Allen is playing really good, but and they beat Mahomes head to head, but Mahomes' that offense is just really on another level. Right now he has 2,159 yards, and I think that's like 4th or 5th, but if it wasn't for the bye this week, he'd be easily first place, I'm pretty sure, unless like something crazy happened, but he's only like 200, 300 yards out of first place, so for Mahomes, that's like a regular game. So he's first in passing TDs, and I think he's second in passer rating behind Tua. 66.9 completion. He's leading the number 1 scoring offense. They're averaging 32 points per game. I mean, we saw what he did to come back against the Raiders and putting up 420 yards and 3 touchdowns against one of the elite defenses last week, or 2 weeks ago at this point, in the San Francisco 49ers. If you ask me, Patrick Mahomes is playing like the best quarterback in the NFL right now, and I think he's the easy quarterback 1 so far through the halfway of the season.
RB1, man, none other than Nicholas Chubb. I mean, he watched that game last night, Monday night, prime time. Browns are 3-0 and he gets 20-plus carries, leads the league in rushing, probably yards after contact, too. I mean, I say it every time we're on here, it comes in, straight business with this guy. Give him the rock. You're going to win football games.
We didn't talk about that last week. We literally said that.
Bro, no arm sleeves, no nothing, no drip.
Ugliest helmet in the league.
Ugliest helmet.
Was it like a Rollins helmet, bro? Like,
bro, it looks like a bowling ball out there.
He gets it done, bro.
But he does look like a bowling ball when the defenders try to tackle him too. So, I mean, come on. He's the heart and soul of that Cleveland offense right now. And you just watch his performance out there. He does the most. It doesn't even matter. Getting hit at the line, he's going to get you 4 yards. So, I mean, I got Nick Chubb. If you want to add anything.
You pretty much covered it all. He's, like, leading in every, like, important statistical category for a running back right now. I think he's also first in rushing first downs as well, averaging 5.6 yards per attempt, which is crazy. And when I was looking this up, I also saw he's never averaged less than 5 yards per carry his entire career, which is insane. So, like, it's basically saying, on average, if Nick Chubb touches the ball, you're at least getting 5 yards, which is absolutely insane. I think you kind of touched on, I don't know if we talked about it in the episode last week or me and you were just talking, but you were kind of talking about how, like, Nick Chubb wasn't really getting his respect, or like he seemed disrespected. Oh no, you were, because you were talking about.
It was on the podcast.
Yeah, you were talking about.
Yeah, it was always Derrick Henry, Saquon, pick a side.
Yeah, on Pick a Side's podcast. Yeah, I think this year it's undeniable. Like, Nick Chubb is getting he's getting everything he deserves. He's the best running back right now, and Cleveland kind of seems. I know you're not a fan of Stefanski's play calling at times, but it kind of seems like they're kind of coming around to just give Nick Chubb the football, especially after last night's game.
Bro, there's a sign that one of the fans said. It was like a meme. It was like Kevin hand the ball off the Chubb, and he might have saw it, bro. Joe Woods had his best defensive game. That's not saying much. Still fire the man, but
No Jamar Chase.
Yeah, either way, bro. Myles Garrett's just not human, but we'll talk about that later. Wide receiver 1, man, I got NFL's leading receiver, none other than Tyreek Hill. I mean, come on, bro.
I got Hill too. He's clear number 1.
900 something yards. He's got like the most receptions. He only has those 2 touchdowns, but I mean, when you get him all the way down the field, some other guy's gonna close it out. And I mean, he's unguardable, bro. We know about his speed. And people, I saw someone, it said like he's not a pure catcher, something like that. It was a while ago. Saw an old clip last week. I saw him go up and grab some jump balls. He went out and got him. Like, he's a short receiver. You wouldn't expect Tyreek Hill, a speed guy, doing that. He's just showing he could do everything as a receiver. So wide receiver 1 for me.
Yeah, you pretty much said everything right now. He's number 1 in receptions, and he's the number 1 in yards by 200 yards. The wide receiver 2, we'll get to him, is the next closest one, but he also has the most 20-yard reception. He's tied for first with the most 40-yard receptions right now. He's also the biggest reason the Dolphins are the number 1 passing offense in the NFL right now. You touched on it, only 2 touchdowns, but I'm sure we'll see that number go up as the season progresses. And he's also one of the biggest reasons we've seen Tua have, take that next leap in his career, arguably playing like a top 10 quarterback right now. Tyreek Hill is a game changer for the Dolphins, and he's a big reason why they're winning a lot of games right now. And
wide receiver 2.
Wide receiver 2. Stephon Diggs, pretty much second behind Tyreek Hill in all these categories. All right, just a little technical difficulty there. We were going on wide receiver number 2. So I think we both got Stephon Diggs, right?
Yeah.
You got Diggs? Yeah. So he's behind Tyreek Hill in pretty much every category except touchdowns, which he's first in with 7, I believe, but second in yards, second receptions, Josh Allen's favorite target on the elite offense. And right now, I believe him and Tyreek Hill are tied for the highest PFF grade. So 2 very efficient, best receivers in the league right now, getting it done for both of their teams on 2 pretty elite offenses. And you want to tell him?
Yeah, Travis Kelce, I mean, you saw it, 4 touchdowns. What do you have, like 5 catches that game?
Mm-hmm. That was against, I think, the Raiders, right? And that comeback?
Yeah, it was against the Raiders. It was prime time.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, come on, bro. He's the best tight end year in, year out. And when they talk about him being washed this year, he's not going to be the guy. Tyreek's not there. They're all going to be looking at Kelce. Somehow he's still, like, maybe, I don't know, what is he, top 15 in yards or something like that? As a tight end.
Yeah.
Clearly tight end 1 beats anybody even close. He just finds a way. He finds a way, find the open zone, be the safety blanket for Mahomes. We talked about Brady and Gronk always being that safety net. Kelce's Mahomes' safety net. When in doubt, bro, Travis Kelce, you find it, you're going to be fine. And you clearly see it throughout the year.
Yeah. Going off what you said, you pretty much covered it. Kelce right now is leading in pretty much all tight end categories, yards, receptions, touchdowns. And in this Kansas City offense, we've seen, it's new, it's different, spreading the ball around a lot. A lot of different people are getting targets, a lot of different people are eating. But, I mean, the only thing that's remained consistent throughout this whole offense is Travis Kelce. So, and you kind of touched, I was one of the people, I'm not going to lie. I thought, Kelce was going to, kind of start to decline. And we see, like the Mark Andrews of the world, the Dallas Goedert, he's having a really, really good season as well. Hawkinson, he just got traded today too. We didn't talk about him, but he just got traded to the Vikings. Could see him step up, but ultimately, Kelce's still easily the best tight end in the league, still on top, and he'll probably be the same tight end we have at the end of the season.
No doubt. You might as well talk about the
O-line. O-line, I got Eagles, my favorite team, but I'm going to let you start this one out. I want to see what you have to say about the best O-line in football.
I mean, I got the Eagles, bro. I don't know what else you want me to say, bro. O-line, when they're not talked about, that's when they're doing their job, bro. So you don't hear anything bad coming out of the Eagles O-line. See a couple injuries here and there, bro, but they plug and play, next man up. You don't see Hurts under too much pressure. I mean, the mobility helps, but I mean, I think the highest graded PFF unit, it was between them and the Browns for me. I watched after that game last night. The Browns O-line certainly did real well. Their center had the highest PFF grade of a center, I think, of all time or just this season. Not sure, but I'm sticking with the Eagles.
Yeah, right now collectively they're just playing really good football. Lane Johnson and my lot on the outside, Sayamalu and Dickerson at the two guards, and then you got Jason Kelsey, arguably the best center in football right now, kind of running the whole unit. But I mean, the biggest part for this Eagles O-line right now is they've been relatively healthy. And, the past few seasons, the Eagles O-line, it's always been injuries. Lane Johnson, he's banged up. Brandon Brooks, he used to be really, really good, but he was always injured. Jason Peters was good for us for a very long time, but towards the end of his career, he was always banged up as well. Jason Kelsey's had some injuries, but it just seems like right now they've all been relatively healthy. And Lane Johnson, him just being such a good pass protector. We saw in the game against the Cowboys, lined up against Micah Parsons. He allowed 0 pressures, but as soon as he got banged up and went out of the game, Micah started getting a few pressures on Jalen Hurts. So it just shows how important the O-line is. And I think right now that O-line is one of the biggest parts. We're seeing Jalen Hurts take that next step and becoming a good to an elite quarterback. And Eagles O-line is playing pretty good. So for defense, we have 2 different ones. I'll let you go first.
I mean, I really didn't want to pick this as my defense, bro. I tried to look at every number and pick the 49ers.
Yeah.
Maybe even the Broncos, but they went ahead and traded Bradley Chubb.
I was looking at the Broncos too, just because they have to carry that abysmal.
Yeah, I was about to, but
shout out Denver.
I mean, I had to, bro. I was like, the Denver defense. I was trying to bail them out. This offense is better. My defense is the Buffalo Bills.
I don't hate it.
I mean, they allow the least amount of points per game. I think it's like 16.4, which is insane. You got an offense that can put up 30, and you're allowing 16 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
When you do that, man, it's a recipe for success. And 16.5 points per game. I think the Niners were up there somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
The Broncos too. Niners, couple injuries. Even the Bills, but I saw some Jordan Poyer when he was banged up. He drove to Kansas City because he couldn't fly because of his injury. He drove from Buffalo all the way to Kansas City. I was like, all right, he got heart. I'm giving it.
Can't argue heart.
The Bills' best defense in the league right now.
Yeah, I don't hate the Bills. To me, kind of like what you were saying, I wanted to pick the Denver defense.
Yeah, but you went biased.
I didn't go biased because I have the numbers to prove it, but I wanted to go Denver's defense just because they have to, carry that offense that's just, we all see how Russ is playing this year. So shout out to Denver defense, but then, it came down to the Bills defense. I'm like, I'm going to pick them, but looking at the numbers, the Eagles were right up there with them. And I didn't want to pick the Eagles to be biased, but the numbers and everything just, it fits. So I went with the Eagles defense. So right now they're tied first in total yards. They have the best pass defense and the 9th best run defense. So they're top 10 in both pass and rush defense. And the biggest thing for me is the turnover margin. Right now as a team and as a whole, we're plus 14 in the turnover margin with 16 takeaways, which is tied for the league. And we've only turned the ball over twice. So the defense takes the ball away a lot. Offense doesn't turn it over. That's a recipe for success. Secondary has been playing really good. Big play Slade. You can argue he's playing as the best corner in the league. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson started off kind of slow, but I think he has an interception like the last 2 or 3 games. He's been playing really, really good for us, kind of, moving around from that safety to nickel spot. And the pass rush is only improving. We brought in Hassan Reddick on the offseason, and right a few days ago, we just brought over Robert Quinn from the Bears. So, Howie Roseman doing what he does best. He loves building his team from the trenches, the O-line and D-line. So, proving that D-line, although Jordan Davis did sprain his ankle last week, so he'll be out for about a a little over a month. So that's going to be a key part. But, we got Javon Hargrave. We got Fletcher Cox up the middle. We'll be okay. Linebackers have been the biggest improvement of this team so far. You know how I feel about Alex Singleton. That's also another reason I didn't pick Denver defense, because he starts for Denver, I'm pretty sure. So I don't want to give
dog.
I don't want to give any credit to Alex Singleton at all. But I do want to give credit to Kaiser White and TJ Edwards. TJ Edwards especially, he's been playing such good football in the middle for the Eagles right now. And yeah, people want to say the schedule, we're not playing hard teams, whatever, but at the end of the day, this defense is doing what it's supposed to do, taking the ball away at a very, very high rate, and offense isn't turning over. That's going to lead to wins. Right now, we're 7-0, and I think a major part for that is the defense.
All right, man. I hope you all enjoyed that speech from Tyler.
Speech.
On why
facts. So
yeah, I mean,
we'll just go over it. So
yeah.
What defense do you want to pick? Or we'll just keep it separate defense.
Yeah, we'll just go. So obviously, quarterback Pat Mahomes, running back Nick Chubb, wide receiver 1 Tyreek Hill, wide receiver 2 Stephon Diggs, tight end Travis Kelce, O-line going with the Eagles, defense I got the Bills.
I got the Eagles. So yeah, that's
same team, and then you got the Eagles.
Yeah, that's our team of the year for the halfway point so far.
No doubt, man. All right, you already know what time it is, man. Reviewing week 8 picks, man. We both had the same record, 10-5. I'm 66-57. You're 76-47. Puts me behind 10 games. Nothing much. Could cover that ground, no problem by the end of the season. Thursday night football. Just recorded a speech class. Eagles Texans about your team. I mean, you said all the reasons, bro. I'm just hating on you for a little. I mean, come on, bro. 7-0 Eagles. You playing Tennessee Texans, Houston Texans. You can put them in whatever city. It doesn't matter. It's the Texans, bro. I've been picking them and they've been choking me. So I got Philly, man. Worst fan base in the world, but I got Philly. I'll probably get like some shit thrown at me through the camera right now.
No, you made the right pick. Also rocking with the Eagles. Like I said in the last episode, I might just fuck around and pick the Eagles every single week, bro. If I'm right, we go undefeated. If not, we lose a few games, it's whatever. But yeah, especially this week. I mean, really the only thing I'm worried about is on the road. Other than that, I'm not even worried about it. Eagles, at the end of the game, usually on a short week, that would be a concern, but our starters didn't even play like most of the fourth quarter because we were up so much against the Steelers. Gardner Minshew was driving the ball down the field against the Steelers. So all of our starters, well, besides Jordan Davis, who went out with injury, should be rested. They didn't even play a full NFL football game last week. So going into Thursday, they should be relatively more healthy than not. And I was talking to my boy. I don't think it's going to happen now because the last World Series game got postponed, but I'm pretty sure the Phillies are going to be playing. I think if the game didn't get postponed, they would be playing on Thursday in Houston. So it would have been Eagles versus Texans, and then Phillies versus Astros in the World Series. I don't know if it would have been the same exact day, but it would have been close, around the same time.
Yeah, no, you're right. I heard someone talking about it at work.
Yeah, so they were you can go from the Astros game right over to the Texans game for all the Philly fans. So if they traveled, it'd be a fucking Eagles home game. But that was pretty interesting. But I don't know if the game will line up now because of the delay. But
I think they will. I don't think they're rocking with the day off because it's a 7-game series, so it's.
But I think
2-2. I don't know if they're doing 2-2-1. I don't know. I think it's 3-2-3.
Well,
so
what's the Phillies? What is it? What's the record now?
It's 1-1.
It's 1-1.
Well, yeah, because they didn't play last night.
They didn't play.
They're playing today.
Okay.
So yeah, I think they play today, tomorrow, rest day, travel day Thursday. Yeah.
So then on Friday they're playing in Philly right now.
3-2. They might play Thursday night.
Yeah, even if they don't, it's around the same time. So
Philly fans,
look it up. No Philly fans gonna travel, man.
Game 5 Thursday in Philly.
Oh, so it's in Philly, yeah.
Yeah.
So when's game 6?
Sunday.
Okay, so yeah, it's around the same time, but I think
so game 4 probably Wednesday.
Yeah. That would have been cool though. It feels like on the same day. But yeah, regardless, Texans aren't really looking the best. They just lost to the Titans. You picked them. I don't know why, but
I picked them every week.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
we're team in football. So let's get back on track this week with the
Damian Pierce, bro. I really believe in a running back to win games.
8-0 on the way. Turn me up.
Indianapolis Colts travel to Foxborough against the Pats. You know I'm rocking with the Pats. Colts, Sam Ehlinger, not buying in.
No.
Just Bill Belichick's got to find a way, bro. That's all I'm going to say.
And I think he will. I mentioned earlier that the Eagles' defense was tied for first in takeaways. Well, the team they're tied with is the Patriots. Patriots team is taking the ball away at a very high rate as well. This defense is pretty much carrying this team. Mac Jones, he's had a rough, start of the season. Some people call him for Bailey Zappi. He came in. We saw what he's made of. I just think they'll figure it out. Just keep beating Ramondre Stevenson. He's been running the ball really good. Damian Harris will get back healthy in a few weeks. I know he's been banged up a few weeks ago. They're kind of seems like they're trying to ease him into the role. But yeah, keep running the ball. Let Mac Jones be a game manager that he is. And this Colts team is just, they're a mess right now. Patriots should be able to handle them at home pretty easily.
Next game up, Green Bay travels to Detroit against the Lions, man. This is my
This shouldn't even be a fucking game, dog.
But it is.
Dog. That's how sad it is.
Facts. So the Lions offense got back on track last week. Jamal Williams, Swift's first week back, they kind of eased him in. Williams had a couple of tutties.
I think he had 3, right?
Either 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Easy, yeah.
Actually, he
Swift
might
had
be
a
tied with
receiver
Nick
one.
Chubb for 10 touchdowns on the year.
Bro, that's all he does, punch touchdowns.
Yeah, I think I saw the stat. He might be. Either way, he scores a lot. Yeah.
I'm gonna rock with the Lions. The Pats should win this game. Kind of just gotta switch up a pick here and there, bro. Just because I know if they should win, they don't always win, bro. It doesn't matter what team it is. It's the NFL. So it's kind of like my little switch pick, man. The Lions are absolutely abysmal. Just traded Hawkinson. Second win, Detroit?
It's possible. I'm going to go with the Packers here. The only thing that scares me is that right now, in this game, the Lions will be home, and the Lions have shown that they're able to score points at home. Like you just said, they put up, how much did they score against the Dolphins?
20 plus.
20 points. And then week 1 at home against the Eagles, they put up 30 or some crazy number like that. So yeah, at home, they've shown they can score the ball. But I still believe in the Packers, bro, and they have to beat the Lions. If they don't beat the Lions, pack it up. We had this segment last week, should Jordan Love play? They lose this game, bro, fuck it, throw him in there. I don't know what to say. The main thing that kind of is the Packers, they seem to come around and lean on the run game more, especially against the Bills. We just saw them play on, Sunday night?
Yeah.
That offense, it was looking kind of slow like it was, but then they kind of figured out oh wait, we can run the ball. And they ran the ball pretty good on the Bills. Aaron Jones had 140 rushing yards on 20 carries.
AJ Dillon finally had 10
10
points.
carries for 5 yards. The 1 week I don't start him and I lose by less than a point.
54.
He gets that. Yeah, 54.
The 5 yards.
Well, 5 yards a carry. I'm looking at the average. Yeah. But yeah, the Lions I think they are the worst, if not the worst, very, very at the bottom in terms of run defense. Packers,
in terms of defense in general.
Yeah, in terms of defense in general. Packers should be able to run the ball, throw the ball against them. Listen, man, I've been rocking with the Pack. I picked them to win the division this year. I don't think that's going to happen, but hopefully they can at least beat the Lions.
Not with the Vikings. Not, 'cause I don't know. Not with the Vikings. 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 Well, you say Gardner Minshew earlier, bro. It just popped back up in my head. From an unnamed source, Gardner Minshew at one point was, I think, tripping either acid or shrooms in the west coast of Florida. I'm not going to say how I heard that, bro, but I know someone that said Jill was trying to act normal, bro. So you're starting quarterback, backup QB, bro. Out there throwing touchdowns in the fourth, bro. In his little off season, he's enjoying his time.
I don't even think he scored, bro. I think he didn't, because we had 35 and he came in and he did nothing. But I mean, listen, he's the backup. He's
Minshew mania back, man.
Listen, he's living his little Blue Mountain State life, bro.
Exactly,
little backup
bro.
Quarterback, little drug Olympics. Yeah, he's the backup QB, bro. Let him have some fun, man.
Oh, bro, I'm letting. He can do whatever the hell he wants, bro. I was just saying, like,
Start,
Gardner
maybe
Minshew.
not for Eagles. You can go somewhere and start. I don't give a fuck, but
That shit wild, man. In the NFL, bro, living his best life, bro.
why not?
I mean, we should be surprised after what Rodgers said. But
On his A-Rod shit, man.
yeah, Minshew, he just throws back a 12-pack, no problem, on any day. So, where we left off, football, Chargers, Falcons
Yeah.
in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We talking about it. I like that bounce back week, man. Herbo, no Mike Will, no Keenan Allen. That scared you. And man, beat Austin Eckler, baby. It's Eckler time. 20 touchdowns last year. Time to give him the rock. He got 15 receptions, 20 rushes. Chargers win on the road.
It could happen. I'm very much aware. But right now, this Chargers team is just so banged up with injuries, man. Is Joey Bosa going to come back? J.C. Jackson, he's out for the year. Although he was kind of, playing shaky. He was in a new system trying to get his feet underneath him. He's out for the year. Both receivers out. Justin Herbert, like the O-line's banged up. They lost their left tackle for the season. Their center was banged up for a few weeks. Like, injuries are really destroying this team right now. I can't name another receiver on this team that's not Austin Eckler. Like, who are they going to throw the ball to? Like, fucking Donald Parham, like Jordan Palmer. Like, I'm just like...
I think Josh Palmer might be injured too.
Josh Palmer. Like, I'm just naming names, though. Like, I don't even, like, who do they have? Falcons. They've shown to be competitive. Yeah, I wish they had. They wish they had Antonio Gates. Falcons have shown they can be competitive this year. I know they won right against the Panthers last week.
yeah, blew it.
Yeah,
one kick away, or a helmet kept on DJ Moore's head.
Yeah, so I mean, listen, at home they've been competitive. Right now I just think the Chargers have too many injuries, too many concerns. I know I came in earlier this season and I said Staley could be a candidate for Coach of the Year, and the way he manages and coaches games going forward on fourth down be the big thing, like the next McVay. I was wrong. I'll just say it now. I think we do see the heavy fourth down influence though, because a lot of teams have been going for a lot on fourth down, but some of his decisions have just been questionable. Not really putting the Chargers in the best place to win, and the Falcons they're a feisty team, man. I think, was it Tyler Algier was their running back last week? He looked pretty good running the ball. Kyle Pitts finally got involved. Marcus Mariota spreading the ball between him and Drake London. Banged up Chargers team. Give me the Falcons at home, man.
Next game up, AFC East divisional matchup. The Buffalo Bills and MetLife against the Jets. I mean, come on. We saw Zach Wilson last week try to throw a ball away. That was an interception.
I did see that. Oh, my gosh.
Josh Allen just picked the best defense, best wide receiver, top 3 quarterback. Can't even argue that.
Yeah.
Give me the Bills.
Yeah, there's not really much to say here. Although both defenses have been playing pretty good coming into this game. So I think the Jets might be able to keep it close. Maybe the first quarter at around halftime. Sauce has been playing really good on the outside. Their D-line has been getting after it. A lot of young guys stepping up for them. But, I mean, ultimately, it just comes down to Zach Wilson versus Josh Allen, and it's not even a debate right now. So, give me the Bills. Although if Brees Hall was here, maybe I feel more comfortable leaning towards the Jets. I like the Jets. They're a good, feisty young team, but the Bills are just too much to handle for the Jets right now.
I forgot. We're not going to get to the Browns. So, let me say this. Last week, I told you the Browns were going to beat the Bengals on prime time. They did. But what I wanted to really talk about is I think Sauce Gardner gets exposed if he travels on Stephon Diggs next week. But that's my take.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm just saying. I like Sauce, but I think this week Stephon Diggs
they
might
played the
give him
Dolphins
help.
yet? Just played the Dolphins yet?
Yeah, with Skylar Thompson,
Oh, okay.
Teddy Bridgewater for one play.
Okay. Yeah. We'll see. Big game for the Jets, but yeah, I think the Bills hold on.
Next game up, Minnesota in Washington against the Commanders. Vikings might be the worst 6-1 team of all time.
I was gonna say I don't believe in the Vikings a lot. I know they have a few tougher games coming up. I think they play Dallas. They got the Bills. We'll see. I think they play the Giants as well.
Handled their business against the Dolphins and Skylar Thompson. No Tua, obviously. I think it would have been a different story.
Yeah.
I've been on that little Taylor Heineke bandwagon, bro.
Yeah, I've been dick sucking Taylor Heineke.
All right, bro. I wouldn't say all that, but I've been on the Taylor Heineke, bro. I said it, man, from the beginning of the season. I don't know why Wentz is the QB, Taylor Heineke. Give me the Commanders, man. They're hot.
Yeah. Commanders at home. They could put up a good fight, but right now I just think, although you kind of said they could be the worst 6-1 team, I don't really believe much in them, but I think they're better than the 4-4 Commanders. Give me the Vikings. I think they're a more complete team right now. It's not prime time, so I don't have to worry about Kirk Cousins folding under pressure. And they bring in Hawkinson, a new weapon for Kirk. Hopefully free some stuff up on the outside for Jefferson, but this offense is clicking right now. Defense should be enough to hold the Commanders, so I'll take the Vikings on the road.
Next game up, Panthers-Bengals in Cincy. Want to pick... Actually, Brian, you know what? Changing my pick, man. Forgot who the quarterback is. I got the Panthers against the Bengals in Cincinnati. Watch that Sunday night game. Joe Burrow under duress. Jamar Chase isn't going to be back. Panthers, they showed some heart last week. You know I'm all about heart, bro. The Bengals look like they lack heart. Jacoby Brissett, he was talking a little shit to some Bengals last night. They tried to respond down like 30 points. I don't even know why you're trying to talk back. Tyler Boyd doing that little smelly thing with his nose, bro. Them boys suck. Joe Burrow's 0-4 against the Browns in his career. So I'm on that Taylor Heineke train. I'm on that PJ Walker train too, bro. Give me the XFL legend.
All right, got a big XFL supporter here. Fucking Vince McMahon over here.
That's gotta be racist.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with the Bengals. Back at home, tough loss on the road in prime time against the Browns. But I mean, those games happen. Division opponent. Those games are always tough. I think this will be a good game to bounce back with. Joe Burrow kind of, get his feet back underneath him. Panthers have been playing some chippy football ever since they fired Matt Rule and shipped out McCaffrey. But I do think this Bengals team is better than them at home. Give me Cincy.
Next one up, we talked about the best 6-1 team last week. I got talked into the Raiders are the best 2-5 team or whatever. After watching last week, I strongly disagree. Josh Jacobs isn't going for 200 yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns. They look like absolute garbage against probably one of the most disappointing teams after their start to the season, the Jags. I think they bounce back at home in Duval. I know Calvin Ridley's not playing, but the hype is building. He was like, I'm returning to Florida. A little energy, might play with a little swagger on the field. The Raiders seriously lack that, bro, in any confidence. Looks like they just don't want to be there right now. So give me the Jags.
Yeah, I was a little higher on the Raiders coming into the season, but then we had the one little episode of Coaches on the Hot Seat right after Matt Rule got fired. I said Josh McDaniels is on the hot seat. And after getting shut out by the Saints, I think we could see some changes coming over there in Las Vegas. But like you said, I mean, there's really no excuse to score 0 points in an NFL game. You have Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs. You have weapons.
Darren Waller.
Was he even playing? I don't know.
Hunter Renfrow.
Hunter Renfrow. Like, this is a competent offense. You should be able to score points. You should be able to beat the Saints. Didn't happen. Could be a little overreaction. Jaguars have been close in a lot of the games they've been playing. Just comes down to, Trevor Lawrence throwing the game away at the end. A lot of interceptions in the fourth quarter. Clean up those mistakes. I think they should be able to beat the Raiders at home. Give me the Jags. Fuck the Raiders, bro.
That is very true. Raiders
0
fans are probably
points, bro.
that is crazy.
Zero.
The offense is supposed to be the best part of their team.
And
Next game up, Miami Dolphins on the road against Chicago. Man, I don't even... Fins up, baby.
I think this game will be a lot closer than what you think. Justin Fields and that offense has been looking really good. They have the number one rushing offense, I believe, in the league right now. So they've been able to run the ball. They can play keep away from that high-powered Dolphins offense. It might get kind of close. But ultimately, I just think the Dolphins have too many weapons on offense right now, especially on the outside. Kasecki's been getting involved over the middle, kind of slow, shaky start. But in the end, give me Tua. He's been playing really good at Dolphins defense. Hopefully Chubb brings some life, if not anything. I like the Dolphins at home, man. Or they're on the road, but I still like Miami.
What's close? One possession?
I think it could be within 10 points. Well, let me check the spread. Let's see what the spread is.
Because if you think it's one possession close, bro, I'm going to go ahead and say you're wrong. But, I mean, it's the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. We know this.
Is it the third, right? Yeah. Or fucking hockey. Oh, no, that's Thursday. The 6th? Yeah. Dolphins are favored by 5 points.
So you say it's 7?
I would.
Like within a touchdown?
Yeah, I would pick if I was a betting man, and I, haven't really bet in a while, but I would
See,
take the
legal in
Bears.
Florida, we don't do that.
Yes, I'd take the Bears +5 against the Dolphins, but ultimately I think the Dolphins do win. And they can easily cover.
I'd take the
They can
Dolphins
easily cover the.
-5.
They could easily cover the 5.
I take the Dolphins -8, but
All right, big money.
obviously that's not a thing. But
Listen, Vegas is telling you, bro. This Bears offense has improved. Are you good there, buddy?
Vegas could think whatever they want. Probably not, bro. But we're sitting here recording, bro. So
Yeah, I would take the Bears +5, but ultimately I got the Dolphins winning straight out. Dolphins money line.
Seahawks, Cardinals next up, and AZ. Man, I was picking against the Seahawks, bro. Geno Smith, bro, he just looks too good. Kenneth Walker, out in that punch, that ground game, what they needed, able to, take some pressure off Geno, even though he hasn't really needed it. Just adds another element to this offense. The Cardinals' defense looks lacking. Looked better with that D-Hop Kyler connection. D-Hop had a nasty catch on Sunday.
Yeah, he's been snapping since he's been back.
But I don't know, something about that Seahawks team. I'm buying into them right now and what they're doing over there.
Yeah, I mean, the Seahawks are literally firing on all cylinders. Offense, defense. You said it. Kenneth Walker has been such a breath of fresh air for this offense. Geno's playing like a top 10 quarterback. That defense is feisty. A lot of young guys, a lot of rookies contributing to this team. They're at home. They're hot. Give me the Seahawks over Cardinals.
Next game up,
Or they're on the road, but still,
Yeah.
give me the Seahawks over Cardinals.
Rams on the road. They're going to be playing at Raymond James in Tampa against the Bucks. I mean, could it be washed against washed?
Could be. Cooper Kupp might be out too. It's the fucking
If
worst.
Kupp's
Literally,
out,
it's
it's
the worst.
over with.
Right now, the Rams are the worst rated offense in the league with Cooper Kupp, and if he's out, I don't even want to see what that offense looks like.
Yeah, Cam Akers' experiment has not worked at all. They weren't even able to trade him, were they?
No, nobody wants him.
Sad. This shows you FSU product, but Give me the Bucks, man. I mean, Brady looked better last week. Mike Evans, more on the same page. I mean, if Evans doesn't drop that touchdown 2 weeks ago, might be sitting here with a different record.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Bucks, they're really... Brady might be finally over his personal issues. Who knows? But I got the Bucks at home in Tampa.
Yeah, I like the Bucks here as well. Like I just mentioned, that Rams offense is not good at all. On defense, if your name isn't Jalen Ramsey or Aaron Donald, what do you really bring to the table? I think the Bucks are just a more complete team right now at home, so I'll take the Buccaneers.
Space. The answer to your question is space. What do they really give? They give open space. Their bodies that give open space.
Yeah, they bring nothing.
Sunday Night Football. Tennessee Titans on the road. Arrowhead against the Chiefs. I mean, come on, bro. They got QB1, tight end 1. One of the greatest coaches of all time. Titans struggling. Malik Willis played last week. Did they win?
The Titans?
Yeah, they played the Texans. Not bad.
Titans are like on a 5-game win streak right now.
Yeah, I forgot they played Texans, but I mean, I got the Chiefs, bro. They could be on a 5-game win streak, beating Pat Mahomes in one of the toughest places to play. Give me KC.
Yeah, I'm rocking with the Chiefs as well, and when I knew Andy Reid, like coming off of a bye, like I knew like it was a thing. Like Andy Reid is like always really good coming off of a bye, but like this shit is insane. I just looked it up. Andy Reid is 20-3 after a bye week, and he's 12-1 at home. Coming off a bye, give me the Chiefs. Titans, they're hot. They're on a 5-game win. I think they won 5 straight. They're looking like one of the better teams in the league right now after a slow start and a loss to the Giants. But
people are ready to count them out. The South, the Jags would have had a shot, bro. It flip flopped since week 3.
It has, but yeah, we kind of went over it. Mahomes was our best quarterback in the league right now. Outside of running the ball, Titans really don't do anything else really good at all. So I think the Chiefs come in tightened up after a bye week. They got Kadarius Toney. Might see him get involved, especially after the bye week. So it should be enough time for him to get fully integrated if he does play. But yeah, I like the Chiefs.
Monday Night Football, man. Ravens on the road. It's not called Mercedes-Benz Superdome anymore, bro. I don't know what it's called.
I think it's still the Superdome, but I don't know.
It's the Superdome, but it's not Mercedes on it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. They said it, bro, and I was like, what the fuck?
Every state, all the stadiums are changing. Right?
But, I mean, whatever dome it is, Saints, they've been winning football games with Andy Dalton at quarterback. I don't really see that sticking against LJ. Whether it's good Lamar, bad Lamar, after what you said last week. Give me the Ravens, man.
Yeah, the Saints with a big win last week over the Raiders, but ultimately, I think the Ravens they've tightened up. Lamar, he's been looking better. They brought in Roquan Smith. I mean, this is a game the Ravens should win. I think Lamar gets it done. He has a good game against the Saints, and they win convincingly.
Yeah, man, that's going to wrap up our Week 9 picks, man. I already know how it goes. We're going to wrap up today's episode with a little NBA talk, man. A little controversy going on between the teams, outside the teams. Steve Nash getting fired today for the Brooklyn Nets.
Apparently Ime Udoka was like who they're looking to hire, but I think the general manager just came out and said like they haven't hired a new coach yet, but the rumors have been Ime is going to be
they said that, bro. And if that's the case, bro, I think the Nets just like controversy. Like, they look at whoever's controversial and they're like, we need them in our organization. So,
yeah, dogfight with the Bulls right now.
I mean, Lakers got their first win last week.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to
Celebrated like they were in the championship.
What team do you think are you most concerned about right now? The Lakers or the Nets?
The Heat. But in reality, bro,
in terms of them wanting to win games, be contenders.
I think the Lakers, bro, because they've shown 2 years in a row that they can't even make the playoffs type. Yeah. So if you can't make, I mean, the Nets, they got in the playoffs and KD's.
I mean, they got fucking swept, bro, round 1. Like,
giant ass foot 2 years ago and then swept, yeah. But at least they were there. I mean, they're both to be worried about, especially with all that controversy with Russ. So it's not just one. And the same thing with the Nets, bro. A lot of controversy there. We're gonna talk about that.
I think both of these teams right now, it's a coin flip, bro. Like they both have like really, really glaring problems. It's just they're like the opposites, but they're the same shit. Like the Lakers, for instance, they cannot shoot the ball at all. Like they can't hit a 3-point shot. They haven't really been able to score. But their defense has been some of the best in the league. They've had a really good defense the first few games or the first 2 weeks, and they've been holding to teams to not a lot of points. And the Nets, on the other hand, Kyrie and KD are both averaging like fucking 30. They're scoring at an all-time pace, but they just cannot stop anyone. And then they both have the polarizing player. Russell Westbrook for the Lakers, Ben Simmons for the Nets. And I think coming into the season, the main reason the Lakers were like looked at a lot worse than the Nets was because of the type of league we're in right now. It's a guard-oriented league. The Nets, they have Kyrie Irving. He's their point guard, so guard is good. So they think, okay, that'll be enough. Lakers, on the other hand, they have Westbrook, their point guard. He's their question mark, so people want to look down on them more. But in reality, I mean, Ben Simmons has been atrocious these first 3 games. You got to give him some time. I know he's coming off a big injury or whatever, but, I mean, last year people were saying, oh, Ben Simmons is on the Nets, they don't get swept. I don't think Ben Simmons is the answer right now. He's, fouling people more than he is shooting the ball a game. It's just crazy, bro.
I saw NBA Insider said Ben Simmons is scared to attack the rim because he doesn't want to get fouled.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to shoot free throws. He's shooting 44% from the line right now. Literally all he does on offense is get the ball, hand it. He doesn't even pass it. He hands it off to Kyrie or KD, and he sets the screen. And then when he sets the screen, he just stands there. He's not going to roll to the basket because he doesn't want to, get fouled and shoot free throws, and he's not popping because he can't shoot the ball. He's literally just standing there. And when him and Nick Claxton were on the floor at the same time, it was they're playing fucking 2-on-5, bro. It was bad.
No space.
Yeah, it was time to get Steve Nash out of there, bro. It was just time to pack him up, bro.
No doubt. He got some concerns, but that team got heart. They got to get their defense together right now. They're not playing at that high defensive level that they're known to play.
Yeah, what happened? Bro, Bam was supposed to be the only person in the league that can guard 1 through 5.
Yeah, I mean, he still is, but right now, slow start, bro.
Jimmy's still gonna hurt though, man.
Yeah, he said we're gonna win this fucking championship. His exact words.
Do you believe those words?
Oh, hell yeah, bro. Come on. Bro, Jimmy.
Not if they ran into John Wall and the Clippers.
It's probably the last team I'd be worried about, bro. Kawhi hasn't played
bro,
in 4 years.
Kawhi tore his ACL 2 years ago and still isn't back. I don't know what's going on with Kawhi, but
bro, I'm just convinced he doesn't want to hoop no more, bro.
Although PG did step up, he had a fucking crazy game last night. I think he had 35. He had 6 steals, 8 boards, and 7 assists. He did it all
PG can step up, bro.
Yeah.
But you obviously got Kawhi there because he won a championship in Toronto. But that's
and it was against the Rockets. Not a particularly good team, but yeah, Kawhi's got to play if they want any shot to be relevant at all in terms of contending for a ship.
That's one of those, bro. They need Kawhi. No doubt, but PG looking nice. Your boy John Wall bouncing back.
Yeah, John Wall, he's been solid coming off the bench, and he's been starting a few games. But for him and Reggie Jackson, it doesn't matter who starts. It's who's playing the important minutes, and he's been on the court a lot.
Yeah. I know we want to talk about one thing, but before that, you talked about it, bro. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, bro. He's out there getting a bucket. Finally, what people really wanted from this young fella.
SGA's been hooping.
In OKC, man, he's really been getting a bucket. I think he's dropped 30 or 28 plus every game he's played so far.
Yeah, his 3-point shot has improved a lot too. I think that's what's helping.
It's been insane for him over there. They got all those 8th graders coming in 6 years,
so many picks.
Yeah, so maybe OKC finally looking up, but I mean, the main topic everyone been talking about, Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. So Kyrie, he was arguing with that reporter post game. Kyrie says he's not promoting that stuff. And then he basically just dismissed the reporter. And I get it, bro. Kyrie's allowed to do what he does. Sure, he can say whatever he wants. But for him to say he's not promoting, like, after what he posted, I mean, you got to think about how many kids, probably, like, either 10, younger, 15, 14, like, impressionable young minds, bro, that are putting out this stuff and posting it for him, bro. So obviously they're gonna click on it, bro. You're their favorite player. You look up to them, bro. You're promoting it as an athlete, as someone with a blue check next to your name. You post something, you're basically promoting that thing. So for him to say he's not promoting it, I just think Kyrie's kind of in a world of his own almost. And I get it, bro. Kyrie, you can do your things. I don't question a lot of the stuff he does, but for him to say he's not promoting by posting something, I think he kind of got it wrong. But
yeah, this is kind of like a weird topic, and so, you know, being a person of color or a black person in America, and then, you know, growing up and being from the area we're from in South Florida, there's a very heavy predominant Jew population. So I know a lot of Jewish people. I'm friends with a lot of Jewish people. I've been to the bar mitzvahs and the bat mitzvahs. So now I'm not gonna say like I've seen the movie or, you know, read the book or none of that shit.
you even know what it's about.
I've seen some stuff, you know, saying they were quoting some, you know, questionable stuff in the movie, and, you know, what it was all about. But to me, the bigger part, not even about, you know, what the movie was promoting or if Kyrie was even promoting it. I think it's bigger than that, bro. When this shit first happened, and, you know, even with Kanye and Kyrie, they were both kind of saying the same thing. They were like going against like Jewish people. And to me, I never really understood that. Maybe it's because I haven't, you know, I don't know what they was really talking about. But the one thing I do know is, you know, black people coming from Kyrie and Kanye West, and me myself, you know, experiences in life and stuff. Every black person has experienced it. And then along with Jewish people, we know what they've gone through, you know, and their history and everything behind that. Even in America, these are two of, you know, the most, not even most, but two of the most oppressed groups in America. Jewish people, like, there's literally like neo-Nazis in America that still wear swastikas and still, you know, do not support Jewish people at all. Black people, we still going through, you know, everything we go through to this day. So to me, the biggest question is like, why are these two groups going against each other? You feel me? Like, I feel like if these two groups want to go against somebody, there's a lot better people to target than each other. And I don't like to see these like two groups like this kind of go against each other, where we both know that there's a bigger problem or a bigger issue at play. You feel me? Now, I'm not into conspiracy theories. I don't do none of that shit. I'm not into none of that. But don't you think it's kind of weird the time that all of this shit comes up? Like, what's right around the corner? Voting, elections. Like, listen, I'm not saying, you know, there's strings being pushed around here or anything like that. But it's just that, and like, Kanye and Kyrie didn't like discover new information. Like, this shit has been out there. This is old. Like, this is stuff that has been existed for hundreds of years, like, if not longer. So I'm not too sure why now everybody's talking about it. Like, it's all on TikTok, it's all on social media, Instagram. Like, literally anywhere you go, you can find, you know, stuff about this topic. And to me, it's just very, very weird. Like, out of nowhere, it all suddenly seems like blacks versus Jews. And I think, you know, those two groups shouldn't really be going against each other. I think, you know, there's bigger things at play that we should be worried about. And it's just kind of odd to see these two groups be put against each other, where, you know, like I just said, these two groups have some of the most oppressive history in the world. Like, Jewish people went through the Holocaust, black people went through slavery. Like, those two groups shouldn't be like fighting against each other. Like I said, I didn't read the book. I didn't read the movie. I don't really know what any of this is all about. To me, it's just weird seeing two groups that have a very, very troubled past kind of like go against each other when I think there are, you know, some more prominent groups that are to blame for certain things in America.
Bro, that was deep and that was real, bro. So we're keeping it real on Goal2Go, man.
Something, man.
Yeah, facts. You said it, bro. Obviously, really, my comment doesn't mean shit, bro. But it's definitely bigger issues at hand than going against each other, bro.
Yeah, and by the way, I also want to say I don't think Kyrie means any bad by what he's doing.
Not at all. But
I think Kyrie truly does believe, you know, in peace, and you know, kind of like what he said with the reporter, like he grew up in New York, he has love, and he supports everyone. I just think it's kind of weird with, you know, all the information. Suddenly, this is what is the main topic. These are the two groups that are kind of chosen to be going against each other right now on information that has existed forever. So I don't know. I just think the time is kind of weird. The situation, everything is kind of weird, but I do think ultimately Kyrie does have, you know, like the right intentions in his heart. I believe that.
he might have the right intentions, bro. But you know, it's never. You know, you put something out there, bro, there's going to be question marks, bro. People are going to talk about you. You know that it's never going to get how you wanted. You portrayed the message is never how it's ever received, bro.
Yeah.
And Kyrie, who's been in the spotlight for so many years, I mean, controversy in the past about the shots, the vaccine, the earth being flat, all his conspiracies. It's nothing new to him. So he shouldn't be acting kind of surprised by it.
Yeah, I totally get you. And like you said, like the messenger matters. Like, and coming from Kyrie, this is, you know, something, you know, people want to, like...
People love Kyrie, bro.
They do, but,
like,
you know, with his message and some of the things he said over the past, they want to, like, you know, box him in to this, like, you know, like, what's the word? They want to box him into this, like, little segment and saying, like, he's just batshit crazy. But in reality, like, I don't know. It's just a weird subject. Like I said, like, I'm not too sure what it was preaching or what it was about. But ultimately, I just think there are bigger things at hand. And I think Kyrie has the right intentions. I just think there are better ways for him to promote and to speak his message.
And bro, that was a good point you brought. Conspiracy about, you know, the little voting time coming around the corner, bro. That is interesting. I didn't even think about that, but
yeah, because bro, that shit literally came out of nowhere. Like Kanye was ranting on Twitter, ranting on IG, and his little podcast or whatever.
Gets his
and then
deals,
like out of nowhere, like blacks versus Jews. It's like that's the biggest thing like on social media now. Kyrie makes a comment. He posts a link supporting a video, and now you got Jewish people sitting courtside wearing anti-Semitic views like on the Nets games.
And no doubt, bro. I'm gonna leave.
Even today at school, bro, I had like people like ask me like, "Do you want to sign like anti-Semitism like survey or whatever?" I'm like, bro, this like a week ago, like none of this shit was like a thing, bro. It's just so weird, like how quick once one thing's happened, like it literally just takes over social media and it takes over the nation.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Kyrie, he says he's not promoting it, but now he's got literally the whole world.
Him and Kanye, everything.
But I mean, Kyrie, he just escalated. Like Kanye, it was kind of like, all right, we cut ties with Kanye. People leaving Donda Sports, like they're like, it's Kanye, whatever.
Yeah,
he's been known.
Kyrie got a
platform. And now Kyrie, someone who's an athlete, someone who, I mean, you look at like 6-7-year-olds. They want the handles like Kyrie, bro. They want to cross over. They want to go get a bucket. They want to be like Kyrie, bro. That's how it is. It's sometimes, bro. You just, as someone of his platform, maybe.
Yeah, and as a black person, you know, currently, you know, in college, and I've you know read about the history, studied these things, like like Jewish people are the last people that we should be concerned about. Like the white people here in America, they're the ones that literally enslaved us. Yet we don't there's nothing against them. It's the Jewish people we're worried about now because they're the ones in like power or have the money, where in reality the people that brought us over here and are the reason for all the hardships, even fucking up into the 60s, 50 years ago, we had segregation in certain states. The Jewish people weren't the ones enslaving us. Like, they aren't the ones that were keeping us, out of certain places and taking away rights from us. So it's just weird. I know there's backstory stuff saying they want to, I think they were talking about who's the chosen one in God's eyes. Not to get religious or anything, but that's kind of what they're arguing. But I think right now in America, at least, there's bigger issues at hand. I don't think these two groups nobody need to be going at it, man. Just peace, world peace, man. That's all we need.
Love. That's exactly what we need, love. But I mean,
and we need the Eagles to go 17-0.
Yeah, there we go, bro. We got a little deep though. Man, this platform meant to be upbeat, funny, just promote good vibes, bro. That's what we're about, man.
No serious shit. We just talking sports.
Yeah, facts. But I mean, sometimes you just gotta dial it back and look at life for the bigger picture.
For real.
But yeah, bro. Fins up, bro. 2 weeks from now, talking about a Browns-Dolphins game, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably just gonna rock my Tyreek Hill jersey just so I don't get my ass beat in Miami. They're gonna have a better record, so I guess I'll root for them, bro. But I think that's 1 week. What's that? That's week 10. That's 2 weeks removed from Deshaun Watson's return. So
yeah, we'll be out there. I think I'll be rocking my AJ Brown jersey.
You might as well rock that hat, bro. You just get that shit on me, bro. That shit. 97 World Series, man.
You should rock a Browns hat in a Dolphins jersey.
Bro, someone probably slapped that shit off, bro. Fam, I saw someone at the FAU game. They had a little UCF hat on, FAU polo. Like, what the fuck?
House divided, man.
Nah, bro. I mean, I guess, bro. I don't even know. I was thinking about how I'm gonna be a fan at that game, bro. I don't know. Like, am I gonna turn up like when everyone in Miami is turning up for a touchdown? Like, I'm just gonna be like, all right, cool. Like, I'm gonna be evaluating the game way too much, bro. Like, it's all I can do, bro. I could care less who wins, bro. I'm going home happy and sad.
Yeah, I definitely don't give a fuck.
Good football. I know you're there for the vibes, bro.
A little tailgate, good eats, catching the vibe. Eagles should be winning. Who we play next week? Fucking Commanders. I think that should be another dub, 9-0.
Yeah, 17-0. We know about your picks, bro.
So I think I'll be in a pretty good mood.
Anyways, man, on all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, Goal2Go, TikTok, Goal2Go Pod, YouTube, Goal2Go. You already know what time it is. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Appreciate y'all that have been sticking through these technical difficulties in our first season of the show. Maybe get a little upgrade. We'll see.
Shout out Kyler Murray too, man. That new COD 5, bro. I've been fucking with it, so I understand.
Hey, bro.
His play go down a little bit.
I know you saw my KD on that one game. Was looking like a 3, bro. So.
Bro, now there's like no way to check the KD.
Like in the main menu?
Yeah, the only way you can check it is
KD
in each match, individually after each match.
That's crazy, bro. That's the number 1 COD stat of all time.
Yeah, there's no.
Who cares about the win-loss ratio?
There's no barracks. There's no win-loss. There's no stats. There's nothing like to track like overall.
What, this is Activision this year?
It's always
Infinity Ward?
No, Activision.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's on.
Modern Warfare is always Activision.
Wait, no.
It's always Infinity Ward, Activision, and Treyarch.
It's always Activision. It's Infinity Ward and Treyarch. Treyarch has the Black Ops. Infinity Ward does Modern Warfare. So this is Infinity Ward.
Anyways, bro.
Yeah, you can't track your stats. The only stats you get to see are the ones from that individual game.
That shit buzz, man. They need that in a new patch.
Yeah, and the attachments are weird too. Like the way you have to like unlock different shits for certain guns. But overall, the gameplay's been smooth.
Bro, I don't like that little double, like the new perk, like how them shits are
like
working.
how you get them during the game. Yeah,
That shit's weird, bro.
And the game keeps fucking crashing, bro.
Like,
Literally almost
remember that
broke
one
my
night?
PlayStation last night, bro. Like, dead ass. Like, I tried to, like, I had to unplug my PlayStation for the screens to be unfrozen. Like, it always fucking just shuts down. The game, like, always freezes.
We couldn't even get it started that one night. It took us like 8 times.
Yeah, apparently that's a bug, too. Like, being able to join parties, like, it glitches out or whatever. But I think they said they're going to be fixing all that in
So I got the 2K on the back burner too, man. But episode 10.
Bro, I was playing with Nate yesterday. Fam, going from Call of Duty to this 2K, bro, is so fucking hard, bro. Like, because you have to agree at every shot.
Yeah.
My shit was off, bro.
Yeah, because you could spray and pray in Call of Duty, bro.
Bro, and I hit the fucking timeout button thinking I was checking the
Score?
stats. Yeah, checking the score. I called the fucking timeout, like, in the beginning of the
You
game.
look buzz, kid. You gotta hit that options button.
My brain was on COD mode, bro. I had to get adjusted.
You gotta start with 2K, finish with COD, bro. You know that's how we always used to do it.
You know, fucking make a play shot or something in 2K, bro, because
Fam.
going in the wreck without a fucking ball handle is just stupid, dog. Especially this year.
I don't even have a play shot, bro. They're just a straight shock reader.
Either way, somebody can dribble a fucking ball, bro.
Alright, man. Episode 10, Week 9 NFL season. Goal to go.
Sir.
Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Take care.